Get your kids in the bed. Hello, everybody. Your show about to come on. Thank you for tuning in. Are you ready? Let's get it. Drop the beat. It don't matter. Show don't. Let's speak. Ooh, y'all sound good. Ooh, you don't grab that drink. Hey. It's the what? That's so cute. This one you twerk. Hey. I see you over there twerking. I see you over there twerking. Hey. Shake it. Don't stop it, girl. Shake it.
Shake it, pop it, shake it, pop it, shake it, pop it, shake it.
Ow, ow.
Yeah.
Butch and Queen.
Welcome to the Butch and Queen podcast show. I like putting show on it.
What? Where does that come from?
I don't know. I think I got that from somebody else's show.
Wait a minute.
We are glad to see you on this Tuesday. Welcome to everybody that's coming back again, and then welcome to all the newcomers.
Welcome.
We are so glad that you joined us on this evening because you did not have to be here on today.
You did not.
My name is Tip Millie.
I am Smiles Chris.
How you doing today, Smiles Chris?
Just call me Smiles or Chris. All those aliases in the world.
Oh my goodness, how you doing?
I'm doing good too. How you doing tonight?
I'm actually, in spite of the title,
baby.
it's
despite
okay
the
not
title,
to be okay. I'm okay with
It's
that.
not okay to be okay.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. It's
not
okay.
to be
It's
okay.
not okay.
It is okay. No,
It's okay.
you gotta express your emotions now.
You do.
You gotta
need
express
it.
them. You can't bottle them up
Get
inside.
it out. Get it out. Get it out.
But we're gonna talk about that later.
Later.
We ain't gonna get started.
Remember
Now-
to like, comment, subscribe to the Butch and Queen
Oh,
podcast.
yes.
Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a
And
friend.
y'all been liking and commenting.
And subscribing and everything. How
Hey,
you doing?
Shalonda.
Hey, Shalonda. How you doing tonight? You okay?
Yeah, I said I was okay.
Oh, girl.
She didn't forget already. That's
Now,
what they
also,
do.
I want to hear more.
I
Like
mean,
you have your day, I have my day. I be doing my thing, you be doing your thing. I just
mean,
trying
I'm
to marry
okay.
that thing together.
Oh, okay, that's what you're doing. Because I
Stop
didn't know.
asking. You see, when you start asking, stop asking.
I didn't know that's what
Listen.
she was doing.
Yes.
Hey, D
Hey,
Scorpio.
D Scorpio. Welcome.
You got any business shout outs today?
Oh my God.
Well, let's get into it. We're
Yeah,
gonna
let's get
into
into it. Let's just go.
business shout
We got a lot today. Let's go. So I want to take this opportunity to take my business shout out time to shout out Morris Brown College. How about that? Can I do that? So of course, we want to say always. I will always say to the breath, leave my body. That of course support all small businesses, no matter where you are, no matter how far, just wherever you are. Just know that you're well on your way. I want to shout out, however, to the AUC. Let's talk about the whole AUC, the Atlanta University Center.
Clark,
Camilla, that's Clark,
Spelman.
Spelman, Morehouse, ITC, and Morris Brown College. So Camilla Harris, our VP of the good old United States of these America and our territories, was celebrating at Morehouse. And she was actually canvassing all of the schools in the Atlanta University Center. But I want to shout out Durham Morris Brown College. After 20 years, we got our accreditation back in April of last year, and we're getting ready for some big things going on. I just want to show some love to my school. Dr. Kevin James is the president. Shout out to Student Affairs. Shout out to all my students. We've been working hard, getting ready for homecoming. Homecoming week. So I just want to shout them out. I want to show them love tonight that, hey, they could be doing something else, but they're getting their education. So I wanted to shout them out tonight.
Oh, that was sweet.
Wasn't that sweet? I wanted to use my time for my babies, honey. We're working hard over here
They
in
are.
these streets.
Working
So remember
hard.
to support Morris Brown College, all the other HBCUs HBCUs. Okay, don't fall into the fad, fall into the facts of our institutions that help us be who we are today. But also, you know, it's just like the small business. You got to start from somewhere. So small beginnings can have major results. So shout out to everybody trying to make it out here to do some great things in the world.
So we gonna get started the show. We got some topics that we're gonna talk about and discuss.
Here was last seen July 25th. His body was located 7 days later in the Meherrin River.
He was missing all his main organs. Cause of death, unknown. I can't live with that. Somebody did this to him.
Jameer was...
All right. You want to talk about that?
No, you start that.
So, Jameer Leonard, back in 2019, pre-COVID, this young man went missing. So what happened, I'm going to do like a paraphrase of what happened. You can actually look up the story. But he had went out one day, his mom said, and he came back and he was sweating profusely and he had no shirt on. And he started talking crazy to his mom. He started asking her questions about, you know, he was telling her that people were chasing him and somebody want him, and he was saying all those things. And they sent him to the hospital on the psychiatric ward because of what was going on. So the psychiatric ward, they was going to take him in and said they had a bed, and then the man denied him.
Did he deny him?
And he said that he believed that it was not a mental thing, it was more drug induced. So when he went home, he did not go back home to his mom's house. He went to his friend's house. Well, 7 days later, they did not hear from him.
7 days? Whole days?
7 whole days. Not a word from you. And his mom, because she had their mother tuition, she went over there because they was looking for him. He ain't called or nothing. He's the only child. So she pinged his phone and it was coming from the area near the river. And she called the police and she said, check that river. Sure enough, when they checked the river, he was they found his body tied to a log and his organs was missing. And I mean, it was a lot of organs. And his genital was missing.
That's a lot, Tiffany. You just said a lot. So what do you think happened?
But we always talk about, conspiracy theories. She always get on that. But they always talk about the price of melon is expensive. And we all know that the price of organs is even more expensive because people need organs.
Correct.
And they said he was a healthy young man. He was like 22, don't quote me on that. He was in his 20s. And he was healthy. Other than the issue that he had mentally, he was a healthy young man.
Okay. So what are you getting to?
Y'all, I don't care
who you are. So are you saying this?
I don't care who you are.
Wait a minute.
Male or female.
Listen.
Y'all be careful out
hey,
there.
Bertha, welcome. Listen. What? So are you leaning
So first of all,
come on.
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
We're gonna dissect this thing just like they did with him.
Hey, Latasha, welcome to the show.
Now, my thing is this: you can't just go. Taking somebody's organs ain't just cutting somebody open and taking them out.
Okay, you have
to be a surgeon. You have to be very knowledgeable about where you're cutting, especially when you use it. And then if you look at some of the TikTok videos they have online, because if you look it up, they have different TikTok videos. Because I sat and watched it.
TikTok, yeah.
I love TikTok because people talk about them home detectives, but some people miss their calling, baby.
Let's cut to it. What are you trying to say? Let's just go into
the
story.
There is a business out there.
There is a business.
And they are taking bodies.
Also, I'm going to need people to research before they reach out. As you know, in order for an organ that is being removed or transplanted into another human being, right, there's a process. They have an actual place that they got to, it's a way that they got to store it. There's a way that it has to be, like, it actually has to be
this still is a business.
I understand.
I'm just telling you, it just ain't no circumstance thing.
Tiffany, in the case of this story, do you think this was organ based?
Yes.
Absolutely not. I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't think so, because for one thing, the things that we're taking, I totally understand.
They took his
now,
kidney.
I understand the major things that are on the transplant situation.
Nobody need a spleen though.
But my thing is this:
you can live without.
It takes a lot. Like, even if that did happen to him, what facilities do they have? Are they using these underground facilities?
They don't need a facility.
What are they doing?
Baby, they take you to the.
There's a lot of things that have to happen precursor to transplanting organs.
So what happened to the young boy in Georgia?
I think he got ripped apart by an animal. In the water. That's what I think just happened to this young man.
Okay, well, you can tell that lie to somebody else.
Allegedly.
It ain't no alleged. They said what they said. Even the police said. The police, y'all go watch TikTok. The police said this man's organs. No, I'm just saying, it's not the mafia. It's the true crime show that they have it on. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to.
All y'all gangsters.
They're trying to reopen his case because his mom knows something happened to him.
Okay.
This wasn't a mishap. This wasn't no animal. Just like the young boy, that did the wrestling, and he was rolled up carefully. And then when they unroll it, all your organs is missing.
It's a lot to unpack.
So I mean, it's not a lot to unpack.
No, I really think there's too many factors in there. For one, he was suffering from a mental illness that could have caused some kind of infraction to make him then be in that water. We don't know what happened. I'm not saying this is all alleged, and I'm not saying nothing foul or any foul play did not happen to him. I'm not saying that. But
foul play
even in that, there is a time in water. He is a living specimen. When he got in that water, the water, he passed away. He is still animal bait. I'm sorry. Yes, that is facts, right. Unfortunately. So we don't know. They will really have to go to the depths of depths.
The policeman said.
Listen.
The policeman said when they look at the clothes that he had on that day, because they have a video of him walking. I think they showed it in the little screen.
Yes, they did. They showed him walking.
His items was placed strategically on the ground.
Yes,
close to him.
Said, didn't they have a secret lab found in California? Well,
baby, let me tell you something.
I don't doubt it.
The underground world.
There's a lot of underground black market, all the stuff that we don't see. See, we have our own world and perception of the world, but there's a whole nother world out there. So,
and then I'm telling you, this is a billion dollar business. Do you understand? People, you will hear Crystal sometimes. If I can get an arm,
baby, if I get an arm,
don't you think if I could pay for an arm?
Can I get an arm?
Right. She would always say, if I could pay for an arm,
baby,
I would pay for it.
It would have been boxed.
So let me tell you something. If somebody, let's talk about somebody's child. Just like this mother has a child and this person has a child. I'm just saying, people will pay unlimited to save. I'm gonna get on a list. No, somebody gonna pay to get past that list and get. Somebody paid me $100 to get in line.
They did.
I took that money.
In line, they paid her $100 to jump the line.
Because I was almost next in line.
I was like,
at the airport. He said, "I give you $100 to get in line."
I said, "No, it's $200, honey. This comes at a premium, honey. I'm next in line." So wait a minute.
No, I wasn't next. I was
almost doesn't count.
I was almost
anyway.
there.
But yes, guys, I really think it's gonna be more to that story. I think it's gonna be more to the situation.
Well, I hope they can open this case.
I don't think they're gonna open it. I'm sorry.
I don't think they're gonna be able to, but I'm praying that they do.
Don't think
I think that needs to be open.
So I really hope and pray for that family.
We need to dissect that.
Condolences, because that's still a lot
to
emotionally deal with. But I have to be honest, a lot happens down in that water, baby. When you hit that water, it's a lot that happens down in that water.
But listen, even the mama said, I'm gonna tell y'all to scratch out what she talking about.
No, I heard it.
The mama had said that there was a incision, like he had a scar in the back of the head, right here, because they had went in his head.
So you telling me an alligator couldn't have scratched him?
They said it was nice, like a perfect thing. I mean, they say the animal might have really shot him.
The animal does a clean swipe.
He might, right? But it was just one. It was just one.
I totally get it.
So, I mean, the bear might have took his nail and went like that.
We have so many out there, of course. However, we have to
Y'all
just be mindful, pray
attention.
for them. And there is a lot of stuff that is foul happening in the world, but we also have to do our due diligence in understanding what we can't understand. And there's some things we'll leave here not understanding.
Right. But what I want people to understand is that everybody needs to be mindful of their surroundings and mindful of just situations, period.
Yes, Tashonda said, woo, that organ harvesting is scary. That's one reason why I don't have the donor symbol on my license. My organs will only be used after my written conditions are reviewed. Baby, you said a word there, okay?
Because I saw Twilight Zone about an organ donor.
I just feel like if you see a movie and it has all these possibilities of stuff happening, it can really happen. If somebody's mind can think of it, baby, it's happening for real in real life. So we just praying for them. But let's move on from that. That was a lot.
I searched to find the love within. I came back to let you know got a thing for you, and I can't let go.
So you want to start on that?
No.
She always
you got to lead tonight.
She always want me to start.
So basically what is happening from what I understand it, and correct me if I'm incorrect. So this young lady,
her name is Breezy, I think,
has for her whole majority of her life always been a tomboy. And because she's been a tomboy all her life, she has decided to identify with what she felt at the time was her true identity. And that was to be a male. Mm-hmm. So she then started at an early age, was like 21, somewhere around there, to start doing the process of transitioning over to a male. Mm-hmm. However, she was going through the woes of that, the facial hair, the deeper voice, all of these different things that happen when you start taking hormones. Well, sis decided to no longer be a mister and trans back over to just being herself. Right. So she started with getting her nails done. She then went on to get the hair laid and showed her mama. Her mama almost jumped through the phone. Yeah, it was just one of those situations. She
actually has a YouTube.
She has a YouTube and you can watch it. Yes, and so she's actually saying, I'm not a transgender. I am not male fluid. I am actually still a girl.
Right.
So now she's unpacking that and living her life as a total girl. So what do you think about that?
I really enjoy watching her. I feel like you should see all sides of things. And I felt like with her showing her side and being open, I felt like she actually showed that the side that some people talk about, especially when you transition when you're young. Mm-hmm. She didn't really transition at a super, super young age.
Correct.
But she was actually in the life at a young age.
Right.
So, but everybody does not experience the same thing. But people should know that if you make a decision, it's okay to, and that's what the title, it's okay not to be okay. And you can unpack and go back and change. And she actually said, because a lot of people were in her comments, and they were saying that it was a male that made her change. And she admitted that she had been with males before she even when she was at FTM. And she said that didn't make her change. She wanted to change. She had
So what do you do with that? So
she had a thing with God and she changed. What do you mean, what do you do with
What
that?
do you think of that? Do you think, so in that, with us getting that information, that insight, and that perspective, do you think that we are starting, or people are starting too young in the process of transitioning?
Well, some people,
because I'm trying to understand.
Well, some people either they start too young, or they don't get enough information. One of the things that she talks about health. People don't understand that when you get too much testosterone, yes, and you're a woman, it stops your period. Mm-hmm. Well, if we don't flow every month, there's
various things that can happen.
Yeah, it backs up in you and it flows to other parts of your body because it's actually
it's a toxin.
Toxin when you
So
you know
she was
here.
getting sick.
So she was getting sick. She was going to the hospital when she was transitioning.
So a lot was happening to her.
Yeah, so it was a decision for her. But I actually watched other people, and they were just, it basically was they just didn't have enough information. It wasn't for them.
So James said, wait, she transitioned to be a man, then back to a woman. Her body is shook. Baby, past sugar, confused, don't know what to do. But the body does what it naturally does. If you saw her in her transition, you would see it's like amazing.
You had to.
She a sleek face, skinny waist, like muscular.
But it was so crazy because how her body changed. Her body formed
back to a form.
Her form, but
like no other.
She did say that she was not consistent with taking her testosterone.
Right.
She wasn't consistent, but she said she didn't like when the hair started coming in.
Yeah, she was going through a lot.
Yeah, she didn't like that.
James said you shouldn't transition until you're 100% sure that's what you want and are mentally really ready.
Right.
Gay man, perhaps, Shalyn. See, that's the thing. That's my issue where I have a problem with the early age part of transitioning, and that's through chemical change and chemically affecting the body to make changes.
Right.
That's my issue. Personally, I feel like there is a time. Most people think I'm what, but honestly, I really believe
because she was 21.
Yes, like there's a developmental time that we all go through. Of course, we have the life cycle development. We have all of these different things, but the key to it is if you say, "Okay, Mom, this is what I want to do, and this is what it is." Have you matured or developed enough to really make that kind of permanent decision? How do you feel about that, Butcher Queen? Like that is a
It is a permanent decision. And just like
no, it's not permanent because she just showed.
No, yes, it's not permanent. Yeah,
but it's a process, and the effects that can happen on your mental, physical, and emotional
but
state.
Listen, it was another FTM that I saw, and I don't know if you see in her face, she still gives, like you can still see a little bit of masculine. She's pretty, but you still see a little bit of masculine in her. It was a Caucasian lady who was FTM, and then she changed. But now she comes, when you look at her, she looks like a MTF.
See, it's a lie.
And she says she can't get
even keep up with the letters. I can't.
Right, but she says, well, people think she's still a male. So she says she has to be even more feminine to get people to realize that she's really feminine, but she took all that testosterone.
But think about it. You are playing Russian roulette with me as a person. Like, how do I know that you're not going to... I'm not saying, people, that you cannot make changes in your life. I'm not saying that you live your life like it's golden. But when you have... Imagine the parent. Imagine your parent. And you have exclusively said to your mom, this is what I want to transition to do.
Some parents don't know what to do because they don't want to seem like they don't support you.
Right, but then think about this. Right. Then you come back to Shirley and say, listen, Shirley, I'm going back. We like, wait a minute, we just did all of this to help you, and all the scrutiny they probably faced for you to do the decision that you originally made for you to then make a change in your mind.
That's why
That's a lot. That's why I feel like, why are we starting so young in allowing, if that's who you are, it's not about acceptance to me. I think people be mixing this stuff all together.
They do.
It's not that. You're talking about making your body chemically change or transition, and guessing you're doing this for the rest of your life because your body remembers that you are what? A female or a what? Male. Based on the genitalia assignments. No, not what we do to our bodies. Right. So with all of that being said, what do you do with that when now I don't understand? See, that's where I think the hate comes in America sometimes. I really do. That's just my personal opinion. What do you think? I think some of that hate comes from situations like that.
I think most, and basically we're saying the same thing. It comes from not understanding.
Is it understanding?
We don't. No. We don't understand. We don't know. We don't know why they wanted to do that, and then we don't know why you want to come back. We don't understand that. Some people, they accept what they are, they feel it, and that's what they are.
I get it.
But what I'm trying to allow people to see that you have to, because when you make those decisions, because some people feel like there's no way out. Correct. I've seen people who transition, and then after they transition, they kill themselves.
Yes.
They commit suicide because it's a lot. People don't understand. It's a lot to transition.
It's a lot to live just with your everyday.
Yeah, regular
living.
Yes, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
So just imagine saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and then people, you're like you said,
right.
You're forcing people to. You're not forcing, but it's kind of like a force.
You're desiring.
You're desiring
to accept the
yes,
new you.
and call you
and
a male
or female or
however,
or
right.
fluid or pen or all these other things that people are.
But that's that's why I said I don't want people to be shamed because
don't be.
Yes, because I want you to feel okay if you make that decision to change.
Correct.
That it's okay.
It's okay. Nobody's not saying, we're not saying that it's blasphemy.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that the clarification of the lines shouldn't start so early, because that's what I'm concerned about. When you know what you know, it's nothing nobody can tell you.
But I feel
right?
like there should be you shouldn't, like you said, you should know what you know, but you should know what you know about yourself.
Correct.
But what's crazy is I'm 40-some years old and I'm still learning myself.
Right.
So it's just, that's why it's when some people change and they do things like that, it's like, do you really know yourself?
Right.
Did you really ask the questions? Is this going to really make you comfortable? Not make you happy, because sometimes happy doesn't last that long.
Right.
Yeah. Are you going to be comfortable?
Yes,
exactly. So are you going to be comfortable in any stage of feeling that you in?
Right.
Of decision that you make.
It's a lot to think about. So shouts out to you. My thing is this: be you.
Y'all have to watch her show. Y'all have to watch it.
You have to watch it. But I say be you, do you. But in that, still make sure you're clear. And not only that, if you want to change, do it. It's not about what I believe. It's about what you feel and what you desire.
Shorty, she is a gay man.
I'm just like,
she go like this with her nails.
I just totally want the best for everyone, and what that best looks like, that's cool. But also, my only concern is when we start so young.
Yeah. Because
they're seeking certain things in life. That's the parental guide, that's grandmama, whoever, to guide you in understanding what is the best for me. And so it's just so hard for me to be okay with starting too young when you're in that developmental stage.
And that shows because she was 20.
Yeah.
She was 20 and she
it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot.
We're gonna get into this next one.
Let's get into it. Let's go.
Yeah. Do you know how hard I work?
I know how hard you work. But come on over here. Let me fly with me somewhere. Let me fly with me on Spirit real quick.
That's not gonna happen. But
C18E.
Let me ask you a question, Ocho. I'm sure, unfortunately, there's been some people that pass in your family. You've gone to, homegoing services.
My mama, grandma, yeah.
Was there a Brinks truck in any part of that procession?
No.
Was there a U-Haul in any of that procession? So ain't nobody took nothing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you leave everything. What you think your kid's going to do? You think your kid's going to be as frugal and as thrifty and as miserly as you?
Yeah.
You made all that money now.
I would hope so, because
hope. See, there you go. You hoping again. You see what you did?
Listen,
you see what you said? You hope.
You seeing? Listen, let me tell you something.
That's a female's name. I don't know nothing about no Hope. I went to school with a girl named Hope Perkins.
Listen, Shannon, what percentage of us go broke 2 years after we finish playing? What percentage?
That's if you probably like 87% if I'm not mistaken.
87% of us go broke after we done playing.
Yes. But see, that's when you got 3 houses, 4 cars, and you got 4 people on college funds that's not your kid. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. But even still, I got 411 kids. I'm still doing well. Very well.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Very, very, very well.
Yes.
12, 11 years removed from the game of football.
You know what? I eat a certain way, but I treat myself occasionally.
Whoo, so how do you feel about that, Tia?
I want you to start on that.
Baby, so as you can see, Chad Oso, you already know I love me some old Chad.
I love Ocho.
I love me some old Chad because everybody picks on Chad, poor Chad, because they are seeing and that they see him as frugal. Everybody talks about he's this frugal guy. You know what I'm saying? You got all this money, you got a bag, you done did all this stuff. You securing an investor, you do all this stuff, but you a fly spirit. And I'm on my private jet, living my life like it's golden, laying being Delta One, okay? So at the end of the day, they are picking or making claim that you should spend your money and live your life because guess what? It ain't going in the ground with you, so why you leaving it for somebody?
Yeah,
so what's
he
your
said
take,
the Brinks
sis?
Trump. He said the Brinks. Well, I like Ocho Cinco, and I think Ocho Cinco ate him up when he said, I have 8 kids, and I'm still good.
He said 411 kids.
Yeah, he got like 8.
He has a lot of kids.
But he do. I think he got more than 8. I forgot because he had the little babies.
He got enough. Yeah.
Yes, but anyway, he has a lot of kids, and he has been able to survive even the bad publicity that he got with his when he was dating that lady. So the fact that he was able to survive over the years, I commend him on that. And hey, I when I saw Spirit, I've been flying for a long time, and I've been flying since the runway where you put on, because I used to put on my own glasses, and I would have
to dress up to go.
Yes,
to the
I would have a
you
scarf
walk
on.
In there like you with your
I would
bonnet
have a
on.
scarf on with
You
a
can
nice
do-
little outfit.
You
know.
cannot walk in the air, but that's what.
So that's how long I've been flying. So for me to see a ticket for $25, and I know it's only 2 hours or 3 hours. I know I'm like he said at the end of the flight. He said because Shannon Sharp was like, yeah, I'm eating on the plane. He said, guess what? I'm gonna eat before I get on the plane, and I'm gonna go sleep the rest of the way, and we're gonna get there at the same time,
baby.
So I felt that. Like, I just don't understand why sometimes some people. I understand if you like what you like.
Oh God.
I understand. No, I understand because it's some hotels. I ain't. You ain't gonna see me skip out on no hotel.
Said it's called being wise with his money. James said how Chad wants to spend his money is his choice. Why does Shannon care if he's frugal or not? Exactly. You know what? It's just one of them situations where people just need to stay in their lane. Listen, people fail to realize that Boeing is the same Boeing that Delta is. That all of your exclusive, they flying the same plane. Now, maybe your row might be a little tighter than the average row. But
now let me tell you something. When
you getting to the same place?
You get to the same place.
I just want to know.
Now I do tell you this. When I do get on Spirit,
y'all, we go down through about this right here.
No. When I do get on Spirit, I do have to buy me a seat but now that I have been losing weight, I'm okay, but before I couldn't sit back there.
Well, baby, let me tell y'all something.
And she don't understand why I was in your thing like this.
Baby,
I got hips.
Again, this is a Boeing. Now, at the same time, this is how I think. That flight is gonna last me 2.5 seconds, unless I'm going international, unless I'm doing some major trips.
Won't catch me in the back.
Listen, other than that, no, I'm flying a good old Spirit or a good. Why? Because guess what? I'd rather spend my good coin on my hotel, my resort, wherever I am. Everybody know Chris is going to be on that. Find it, and that doesn't mean because it was this cost that I don't spend a coin. But at the end of the day, who cares? Who cares? My friends call me frugal. They say everybody think like
that's
Chris.
That's a good topic.
You don't buy no good. You don't buy no nothing. You might see me with a bag every now and again, but I just thought that ain't me.
It says that's how the rich stay rich, and they are cheap. That's old money right there.
But see, people equate it to being cheap, but in all actuality, is it? I call it smart.
Yeah, because
I call it smarter than a 5th grader, baby. Because
I mean, if you buying the same exact thing, and people don't understand, like Nike. I remember I saw somebody post, I ain't buying that stuff. Y'all buying it for $1 on such and such, and you reselling it. How much y'all think Nike pay for them shoes?
How much you think?
And it came out.
It ain't what you paying in the store.
They paid like $2 for the shoes.
Not even.
So I just don't understand. It's like, it's just whatever. That's why I say whatever you like.
Whatever you like is what
now,
you like.
some people.
Now, me, I'm going to cut up.
Some people like to spend money on every single thing they own.
Baby.
And I just feel like we got to be a little smarter now. I'm just
now listen, let's put this disclaimer. Nobody's saying don't splurge every night. Listen, my daddy always taught me this since I was a kid.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Frank Turner always said this. As long as you working, I don't care I don't care if you work at Burger King, you should at least buy you a hamburger. At least. If you work, I don't care what you do. I'm big on treating myself. You gotta treat yourself, because guess what? People need to get out of the mentality that I'm just working to survive. No. You have to say, hey, myself, say, If you worked, if you can't do it see, people fail to realize that when they look at their bank account and don't look like how it's supposed to, but your lights, water, gas, and everything else on you in a house, you ain't outdoors, your car got gas in it. You living, baby. You are living. Let me get people to understand that. You understand? All the other stuff is additives. You know what I'm saying? Additives and preservatives, okay? It's not required. You have what you need to survive, because somebody doesn't. But if you don't have but $2 left in that bank account after you do all that, make sure you go get a 99-cent hamburger from Wendy's.
Treat yourself to
something, because you work hard for keeping that light on, keeping all that good stuff on. So live your life. But y'all, I'm not paying that much for flying no jet. I'm not Delta One and my trip is only an hour and a half. I'm not doing it. Sorry. Even if you got a bag, I suggest not to do it. But I'm just saying, do what you do, because Tip gonna do it.
Oh, I'm gonna treat myself, baby.
She gonna treat herself.
I'm gonna treat myself.
Miss Ma'am gonna treat herself.
Baby.
Oh, yes. Let's go.
I didn't even know it was a movie out there with this title. But one of the things it said, just because you are not doing well doesn't mean you have to act like everything is fine. Because it is wrong to not feel good mentally. Admitting that something is wrong is always the first step in fixing whatever the issue is. And don't be embarrassed about it, because we're all living this human experience, living this life, and we all have our ups and we all have our downs. And the word resilience means that when we can always say, I think it was something motivational speaker said, if I can look up, I can get up, right? So when I get up, I feel that once I have gone through something, I'm stronger than ever. And going through things in life and healing that childhood trauma and healing from relationships or whatever it is, I think our boomerang back is even more stronger. I didn't even...
I'm sorry, I couldn't take the music off, but I like what she said. I feel like, so she was saying that it's okay not to be okay, because the first step of healing, the healing process in her eyes, is admitting that you have a problem.
Correct.
So when you admit that you have a problem, you're able to fix it, because you're being honest with yourself. So I love that. I feel like a lot of people do not admit that they have an issue. I feel like a lot of people, what do I say? What's the word? What? They put on
a mask.
No, it's like a persona.
Yeah.
They put on this persona that they're okay, or they everything is fine, and blase blah, and I do this, and it's like it's so fake.
Y'all, this subject right here is a very sticky one for me, because I just feel like everybody is just under this lens, right? And it's a lens they actually are creating for people to create these false narratives about themselves, which then gives them a false sense of being sometimes. Like, honestly, like, it drives I feel people just need to start with being honest with yourself, okay? Let's start with what people dwell in, and that's social media. It has taken over our lives, right? It's taken over our lives in a capacity, in a way. Shoot, we wouldn't be here if we can't have you guys. You feel what I'm saying? So
but
we all have some form and fashion of things that we deal with.
But so I feel like people use social media wrong. You're right. People have made social media to where, I'm going to fake it until I make it.
Right.
Because a lot of people, that's how they made money. They put on and they show you what they want to show you, but they're not showing you the other side of the lens.
Grind to it.
I feel like social media is good in the way that we use it as topic and discussion to show, so people can learn how to talk about the things that they see.
The harder
and
things.
Dissect it, because at the end of the day, there will be people that you see on the internet, and then you will see them and you can see straight through them.
Mm-hmm.
But you will not be able to see straight through them if you're not honest with yourself. I feel like it just starts with you, and that's what I feel like
what they were saying. But
that's what she was saying.
My biggest issue though is that why do we do that?
What?
Why do we do that? Like what are we gaining so much of by carrying this persona of I have to be this way or that way, and this is the way, and this is what it is? Why do we do that? Why do we choose to do that?
I don't know where it started, because I feel like our community, and when I say our community, I'm talking about the African Americans.
Mm-hmm.
We are very big on how it appears and look.
Right.
So we're so big on it that we're willing to hide things that is hurtful to our family, to others. It should be, no, it's a problem going on and we need to solve the problem. So I feel like in our community,
but I feel like people don't make it easy to do that. That is why
they
people
don't
hide behind the lens.
But the thing is, they don't make it easy. You're right. They don't make it easy because guess what? They're hiding it themselves.
You think so? Everybody?
Yes, they're hiding it themselves. A lot of people who are not acceptive to, let me tell you something. I remember just like kind of going back to that detransitioning. I remember it was a girl that I hung with, and she called herself a gold star. What that meant was that she had been a lesbian her whole life. Right. Okay. Congratulations to you. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't think it was a big deal. Everybody else was like, she's a gold star. Okay, cool. Kudos.
Right.
But come to find out, this young lady ended up getting pregnant. Mm-hmm. But she was scared to tell her friends. Why are you scared to tell your friends that you're pregnant? That is a beautiful thing.
Right.
So when I found out, I was so happy. And she was like, do you understand that you were the only person that really was happy for me? I was like, you're bringing life into the world. That's a blessing. Everybody can't bring life. And I was like, I don't care what you were before. People make decisions and things change. So
let's ask everyone, is it hard to be expressive? Do you feel that it's a place where people have a hard time just in that truth, like in that realm, like
around their friends? I feel like are you able to express yourself around your friends and your family? You have to ask yourself
like you
that.
Want to. It depends. It depends on the relationship that you have established with your family, and even then, you think it 1 or 2 times before you say whatever you gotta say out your face. So what do you do with that when? It's even in families, even in your closest of friends, you have this certain parameter that you carry yourself in because you don't want to be viewed in a certain way. You don't want to be seen a certain way. God forbid you tell your truth. It's so many things that you think about. And it's like, what do you do with that?
Well, first thing is that's how you learn about who you have around you. Because you want to have counterparts around you that support you in all that you do. And even if you're doing wrong, you want to have counterparts around you.
What is doing wrong?
Even if you're doing wrong,
doing wrong,
even if you're doing wrong, you want people to be able to speak to you and tell you, hey, I don't think that's a way that you should go. I went that way before, and this is what happened to me. You should be able to take that information, dissect it, either pick it up and carry it with you or continue to do what you want to do. But I feel like if you're not able to be okay amongst your friends, I feel like you should start
Sales leadership and retention strategy said Shrew. Bertha said, I'm going to be me. Exactly. But the thing is that I believe people should start being them. I have a very mixed emotion about being myself sometimes. Because being me, baby.
Can you be?
It's a tough lift.
But should you be you at all times? Isn't there a time that you should turn off being you and wait?
That's why we have the checks and balances system. We have to have a way to measure when to say when not to say this.
Because like I said, those people that you can't be honest around, when you're around them, are you going to be, you probably going to have to try being you.
But listen, I really feel obligated. Like, I feel like, okay, you're my bestie and you my best friend. I have an obligation to my best friend's wellness. I believe that I have an obligation to my best friend's wellness to say, friend, now you do what you want to do, but conjunction, okay, that ain't it. Like, just based on experiences of what's going on, like my brain automatically kicks in to a mode that I have to make you aware if I have the knowledge to make you aware of whatever's going on.
Just like my best friend, shout out to her birthday coming up. She want to have 3 different parties. And which she can have.
And she gonna do it. But guess what? For them 3 parties, I might only be at 2. Right.
And that doesn't mean I love you, but baby, I am 40-some years old. And if I drink everything, I'm gonna shut down. And I gotta go to work on Monday.
Right. But I'm just saying,
you gotta be honest with people.
Listen, I feel like I wasn't able to before, but I have become vulnerable. I was worried about how people viewed me. When I realized that I wasn't comfortable to share it was because of the people around. Baby, if you didn't say nothing, you said that, okay?
And that's true.
Because it is so, we have this thing, I'm telling you, we have this picture perfect thought process that we are supposed to look, breathe, smell, everything. It's just like when you go out. It's certain things we supposed to do.
Right.
But go to certain places, in certain faces. You might, when you go to your auntie house, you gonna put your sweats on and your thing, you gonna chill with your auntie.
Right.
But baby, go to your best friend's house. Baby, and say it's other people over there that you don't even know. Guess what? I bet you're gonna slay to the gods.
Right.
I bet you're gonna slay to the gods.
Well, you should always dress
I understand. I'm just using that. But I'm just saying we all have this thing that we have a persona
that we
and that we want people to identify most with when it comes to us. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Bless you. We have a persona that we want people. Bless you. You got it out. Hallelujah for Jesus. Bless you. Yeah. All right. So anyway, we always want people to understand that.
Yeah.
But my part is, when is it okay to say when? When is it okay not to be that way?
See, that's the thing.
See, that's what I'm doing.
That's the thing. You have to know the people around you.
You do.
You have to know the people. But let me tell you what my mama did. Let me tell you what my mama said to me today.
And what was she saying? That was so funny.
So I was talking to my mama today, and I was like, yeah, I've been going to the gym, and, I lost a little bit of weight. She was like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, I'm about to get back into one of my outfits that I wore back in the day. My mama said, well, you got a long way to go.
Wait, mama, we died laughing.
You got a long way to go before you wear one of them outfits.
That was a long
But was there any lie in what she said?
There a lie? No.
Because one of the outfits that she knows about, I do have a long way to go.
But
even though she don't know that.
It was unexpected. Big girls. I didn't even think that was
big girls. We got toured now, mama.
They slay now, baby. But they slay always. But at the end of the day,
she know her best friend was.
It's just one of those things. It's like, it's okay to have that vulnerable moment. You know what I'm saying? And she was not.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She wasn't trying to go
but she's a shady boots.
Baby, but it was
she don't even realize she's shady, but she's a shady boots.
But right.
But the thing is, I know if I say something like that, I need to be prepared for whatever comes out of that person out of her mouth. Yes. Now, there's some friends that I have. I know I could tell them, yes, I might go rob a bank tomorrow. They're gonna look at me And they probably like want to tell me, you shouldn't be robbing the bank.
Right.
But because we're not on that level, they might not say nothing to me. They just gonna smile.
Right.
And say, well, when the police come, we gonna have the story she did speak to us. But then I got friends who be like, you know, cussing, girl, you stupid. Or I got another friend who said, make sure you put me some money to the side. Okay, so I got
the balances, okay? So, but at the end of the day, it's like people just need to be okay with being who
themselves,
they are.
Yes.
And even if it's with certain friends associations, because we even do that with our friends. I don't care what nobody says. You can walk around here like you God's gift to everything, which you are. However, let's be true. Everybody has a judgmental bone in their body. Yeah. Everybody has the way they depict the world versus how somebody else depicts the world. So everybody's perceptions are different. And we have to be okay with that. See, that's my issue. People are not okay with different people's perceptions. However, what I am not okay with, you having a problem with my perception, but you get to keep yours. That's my problem. Don't do that to me where, oh my God, why you think, well, girl, that don't even sound like logic, but... Do you?
But a lot of people are like that, and they think it's. I don't know what that is. Is there a name for it where they think their
world is the only world?
Is the only world.
Ooh,
what is that?
Imbalance on a little narcissism. It's a lot of things. No, it's a lot of that in that. Like self-absorbed, it's a lot in that. Yeah, it's a lot of things people, it can be. You can't just identify as one thing because it comes from multiple places. But we have to start to understand that just like you have your world. Me and Tip see each other every day. God let us see each other every day, right? But guess what?
But we have different days.
We have different days.
I could be having a good day.
And me, I'm having a bad day. Smoke, okay?
And then some days I'm having a bad day.
And she's snapping.
And she have a good day. She
and I be like, who is Barbara? This is Shirley. Who is
she? Be singing and talking
like I might be singing in the shower. She be like, God, you singing Take It to the King and you would just meet me in the trap is going down a few minutes ago. Right. So like, she's like that. So but even in that, we are different. She has her way of doing things. I have my way, and you have your way, Butcher Queen. So we have to be okay with doing that. But my biggest issue is that sometimes people don't respect the emotions of someone else.
Right, and that's why I wanted to talk about this because I want people to realize that it's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay.
And I feel like because if you are able, I feel like that will that's the wrong word, huh? That will put away a lot of suicide if your friends feel like they can come to you and say, this week has bogged me down. I don't think I can make it anymore.
Yes. Let's see, Bertha says, tell the truth, I'm going to be me. I may change a little bit. Sometimes the parents need to watch what they say. Absolutely. Jermaine says, "What's up, bro?" He says we all should have respect for our perspectives. Unfortunately, people listen but don't comprehend. Yes. We all have ups and downs, and it's okay. Yes. And that is facts. You said it big right there, bro. Because at the end of the day, at the end of it all, it's okay. Like people think the kid does not have emotions. They see this right here and be like, "Oh, she just." Smile and smile. I be like, y'all do not know the torture my day was, okay? And the stories I hear,
but you know what?
The things I deal with daily.
But she think because I'm walking around, I'm laughing, I'm joking. Oh, you don't care about what's going on, baby? Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm joking so much. I'm trying to keep myself. She
tries to lighten it up,
lighten the mood. I'm trying.
But for me, I be like, you over here living in the basking in the ambiance of life. While I'm over here like, golly.
And I don't be living in ambiance. I don't even be dealing with the ambiance.
Yes, Shalanda said unapologetically me. Yes. But listen, even in that.
Right. Because
you got to be apologetic.
And you got to listen.
Some people really are only in tune in their own world. And that's what messes with me. Let me tell you, everybody, that's what bothers my soul, okay? People get so encompassed in their way and their way of doing it and how they do it and what it is.
And they don't have no understanding.
And they don't have no understanding that what you just did
I feel like when we first got together, I feel like she was like that when we argued. Mm-hmm. Because Crystal is very knowledgeable. She's very knowledgeable. And Yes. But sometimes the way that I explain things, I would come from a whole nother way, like this, and she'd be like, "No, that's not it. What are you talking about?" But then when I sit her down and I would calm down and I would explain, she'd be like, "Oh, that's what you were trying to say? Okay, that makes sense." She said, "Because the way that you were saying it, and I just." So I felt like she had to start opening. You have to start opening up.
And I'm working on that. Like, I shut down when certain situations happen. I don't want to talk about it. Like, it's done. Like, I'm not gonna. My breath. I don't know.
But we have to learn.
But I
feel like
learn
people have to talk.
I have to learn to talk because me, I'm just like.
Because shutting down all the time
is not healthy. I would not suggest the crystal way. The crystal way sometimes is where I get so involved because I have so many to-dos. I ain't got to, listen, if that's what you want to do to me, that's how you want to treat me, that's how you want to act, okay, I ain't got time.
Jermaine said, empathy is vital to the people who receive the message of not being okay.
Woo!
That's beautiful.
Baby, now you might have said something right there.
Yes.
It's like so important that we open up, we express ourselves, we say what we gotta say, and don't let it take you under. That's my biggest thing.
I just feel, because my thing is this, I always get on my soapbox around the holidays. Because I know when I was going through it was a lot to be, the holidays, especially when I wasn't with my mom or, family, and I was doing these holidays alone, and holidays come back to back. It seemed like be Thanksgiving one week, and then the next week it'd be Christmas. And it's like you see all these movies and people are just loving and caring. You're like, this is not my world.
That wasn't what I went through.
So I just feel like we need to extend ourselves out.
Yeah. Say something to somebody. Say hi to somebody. That hi can make a huge difference.
I ain't even go into my
go
conspiracy. Because if people cutting up.
And I ain't say be careful now. I say be smart and everything.
Yes, use wisdom.
Use a little wisdom and knowledge. But it's okay not to be okay. I am trying to identify with that personally. I can be transparent enough to say that. That's the biggest and the hardest thing for me to do.
Auntie.
And it's just important that everybody tries to say, hey, this is important for us to just be true to yourself, but be true to others. I feel like if I love you, I'm going to be true to you. I'm going to let you know the good, the bad, the ugly, not just when this is happening. When I'm in the mud, when I don't know how to hold my head up at night. I just want to be able to be expressive or have people I can confide into.
Right.
Where we can have those moments of
vulnerability. In those conversations.
Yes. It's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay not to be okay.
So that was our last little bit, but I want to talk about something that we did. We talked about the men's awareness walk. This was the African American Men Awareness Walk, and it was really nice. It actually went really good. People came out. They were giving away food, cabbage, corn, vegetables,
good stuff.
I mean, it was really good.
They had over 10,000 pounds of vegetables. It was beautiful. Yes, it was nice. Was absolutely
but
wonderful.
It was a lot of. It's one lady that I'm going to try to bring on. Because it's a lot of things. That's why I feel like we have to get open and talk to people. Because we're going to learn. Everybody you meet, you will learn something.
Yes.
You will learn something. And I learned a lot of things from this young lady. But it was just about being healthy. And I just was like, this is what people are supposed to do. We're supposed to talk to each other, communicate, and we're able to, suck in the energy that they have. Not in a bad way where we're taking all the energy, but just taking that energy that they have and just using it for ourselves. Good energy.
Fueling yourself. Good energy. Good
that
energy.
You are able to, use in life and then pass to someone else. Like, hey, I know about this. So I just feel like knowledge is key.
Right.
Knowledge is the answer. You got anything to say about the men's awareness?
Men's awareness.
She was on the mic, y'all.
I was on the mic, trying to do what
get the people to wobble,
get people to have a good time, and also to get screened. If you did not know, between the ages of 18 and 65, our Black minority men are leaving this world from things that are maintenance based. That's your blood pressure, diabetes, all of these different factors.
Even the women.
Even the women, and it's heavy in men especially. They just don't want to go to the doctor. So at this event that we participated in, Dr. James again was one of the honorary chairs, along with Jamal Bryan and a couple others and our mayor. We were out there and we really had a great time, and it was free screenings. They have so many screenings out there because we just do not get checked. So men, please, ladies, you always hear about women, focus on women. We need to focus on our male counterparts. We need to ensure that they are healthy and wealthy as well.
That they are okay.
That they're okay. And I promise you that'll be a part of my mission and our mission.
Because I got a daddy, I got an uncle.
You got a daddy, an uncle, brother,
I got
sister,
brother.
Somebody. So please make them aware that guess what? People around them are perishing. And it's from things that you can maintain through medicines, natural, or however which way you go with it. There's ways to maintain those health imbalances. So shout out to the Men's Awareness Walk. We'll be back next year over there doing the same thing we always do.
Right.
But y'all, it's okay not to be okay.
Right. And
it's
then,
okay.
The Macy method said, I think building a community of people who are like-minded helps so you won't be around people who are judgmental. Yes. And that is the best way to end this show. It is so important to know that you are important, and by you being important, we need you to be okay. So yes.
Remember,
and we thank you for being a part of our community.
Yes.
Every Tuesday.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Butch and Queen podcast. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. We out here. We doing it.
That's what you gonna tell them?
That's what I'm gonna tell them. Just like that.
Lord.
Just like that.
Tuning in. Are you ready? Let's get it. Drop the beat. Don't matter. Let's speak. Ooh, y'all sound good. Ooh, you don't grab that drink. It's the what? They're so cute. This one you twerk. Hey, I see you over there twerking. I see you over there twerking. Hey.